An eerie silence overshadowed the Dunn family home as Texas Rangers and local police searched the property, gathered items, and went with flashlights and gloves into a shed in the back that read danger. No unauthorized personnel. An area of the home that neighbors say they saw Hailey in all the time.
A lot. She always back there talking on the telephone every day, almost every day.
The Rangers searched the area for about 20 minutes and left with boxes and envelopes in hand, returning a few minutes later to take Hailey's mom from the home.
We've never had anybody to be missing this long.
Posters everywhere all over town of Hailey Dunn's face. She's been missing for over a week since her mother's boyfriend, Sean Atkins, said she was on her way to her father's house and then to a friend's, but she never made it. And police say neither was expecting her arrival. So what leads do they have now?
The dogs have located a scent that they think is Hailey.
I would never do nothing to that little girl. I love her with all my heart. It's frustrating, you know, what she said about me, but it really doesn't bother me because, you know, my main focus is just Hailey. We just want her to come home safe.
We are taking your calls. I want to go out to Dr. Titus Duncan, General Surgeon, Atlanta Medical Center. Dr. Duncan, thank you for being with us. Doctor, in this case, if there had been any cleanup in the home or at a motel room, what would you have expected to find?
Well, if they cleaned up, you'd obviously find some residue of the cleanup material, whatever they used to clean it up with. But it's very difficult. If you're looking for DNA products, it's very difficult to get it all clean. DNA is obviously microscopic, and all the materials that you would use in order to clean up would be something we call macroscopic. So you could even find more DNA material after you really thought you've done a thorough cleaning, despite the fact that you've cleaned everything that you thought that should be cleaned. So it's not very difficult to find DNA.
Out to Billy Dunn, this is Hailey's mother. Is it true the boyfriend, Sean Atkins, first refused to take a polygraph, saying that he was on, for instance, anti-anxiety medication? Did you get that question?
Then if they're volunteering to take us, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They said we couldn't take the polygraph because we had taken medicine.
And then when did they allow you to take it?
Yesterday.
And then you ended up being questioned for 10 straight hours?
Yeah.
What about Chet Atkins, the boyfriend?
Sean, I don't know how long he was talked to afterward. I don't think long before he went over to his grandma's. His aunt came and picked him up.
Did the police...
I do know he went back down there today.
For what?
I don't know, to talk to investigators some more. I don't know how long he was there or anything.
So you guys knew each other and dated for about 2.5 years before he moved in?
Right.
And he has been moved in for about 4 months at the time your daughter goes missing?
Yes.
Billy, when your little girl would go for a sleepover, didn't the family typically know she was coming?
She usually asked me first and then would ask the other family. Sometimes she would ask them first. I thought, yeah, they knew she had intentions of spending the night. They should have known.
So was there ever a time she took off for a sleepover without Mary Beth's family or you knowing?
No. I always knew where she was. If she had been at a friend's too long and I not asked to spend the night, I need to get a hold of somebody.
So, Billy, is this the first time she has ever gone away for a sleepover without asking you specifically?
She's left notes or... No, she's let us know.
I'm talking about you. Did she always tell you, her mother, that she was going to go spend the night?
Well, no, usually if she stayed somewhere, it was with Clint's, and she would tell David or Sean if Mom was at work, let Mom know I plan on spending the night with so-and-so.
What was Sean Atkins' response when he found out she was missing?
He came straight home. He had been pretty upset. He appeared shaken to me also and started being supportive to me.
Eleanor, weigh in.
Well, Nancy, the timeline is so important on this case and any missing persons case. What I would want to know is when was the last time that the boyfriend was seen, and when the boyfriend was seen with the child, and how long were they allegedly alone together, just the child and the boyfriend?
What about that, Billy? I know that she was seen by neighbors around lunchtime, noon, in the backyard by herself talking on a cell phone, right?
Right. And I'm guessing the police would have asked that same neighbor, was my car here yet? Was Sean home yet? They've talked to his mom and an uncle who stopped by his mom's house saying that he was there. The police have never told me, well, they said Sean came home earlier than that, or...
Okay, to Clint Dunn, this is Hailey's father. Clint, from where you live, can you see your daughter's home?
Oops.
Father, Clint, from where you live, can you see your daughter's home?
Yeah, I can stay on the back porch and see her front door.
Did you look over there during that day?
Yeah, I look over there constantly, all the time. Just
Could you see
what's going on over
Sean?
here.
Could you see Sean Atkins' car there the whole afternoon?
I'm not even sure. They parked the car around the back, so I really can't see the car very well from my house.
Unless you're looking for it.
Okay, out to the lines. Pam in South Carolina. Hi, Pam.
Hi. My question seems kind of moot at this point because we've been talking about it all night, but I would think taking a polygraph you would be anxious anyhow, but would anxiety skew the results?
You know, Woody Tripp, I imagine everybody that takes a poly is anxious, so I don't know how that could destroy a polygraph.
It may destroy it, Nancy, if this person is so emotional. They become so emotional.
Yeah.
We're dealing with emotions here. And it can. And anxiety medicine affects truthful answers more so than deceptive answers. So that's where you get your inconclusives. But if we've informed someone that someone else has failed a test, that's very significant to the results of that person's test.
We are taking a quick break and taking your calls live. But as we go to break, congratulations.